So it's been just about a year to the day since I moved my family and my two colleagues and their families across the country after we spent nearly a decade in Southern California building a platform for discovering new medicines based on university research. We raised $500 million for that research, and we put over 6 new drugs into clinical development. Show of hands, is anyone visiting us from California today, by any chance? Visited there lately? Okay. Well, you probably know they have funding for research, they have investment for startups, they have scientific talent, and they have great weather, although the weather's not too bad here today. So you might be asking yourself, why did we do that? Why did we move all the way across the country to Baltimore? And how's it going so far? So we're going to try to answer some of those questions in the next 6 minutes. So in 2023, we formed Blackbird Laboratories as a mission-based organization to catalyze the development of new biotech startups here in Baltimore. In parallel, we formed Blackbird BioVentures as an early-stage venture fund that was designed to work in tandem to help grow those startups throughout their life cycle. And really, our vision is for a virtuous cycle where well-placed early-stage capital can help to catapult these technologies and ideas that are at the frontiers of academic science that you heard Christy talking about. Catapult those into new companies that develop products that bring net new investment into Baltimore and help to build on a strong existing foundation of talented scientists and entrepreneurs. So let me tell you about Blackbird. So Blackbird was launched with a $100 million founding gift from the Bisciotti Foundation. And we named it to denote a kinship with the Baltimore Ravens, which many of you will know the football team that the Bisciotti family owns. Orioles, Christy also mentioned, are also a species of blackbird. And it turns out that blackbirds are some of the most clever birds. They scout landscapes, they coordinate with other animals, and they alert them to new opportunities, which we thought was an interesting inspiration to take from nature. And indeed, we're partnered closely with Johns Hopkins University, University of Maryland, and the Lieber Institute for Brain Development. We work together with them to scout out the most impactful science for treating and preventing diseases, to find and mentor founders and give them technical and business guidance as we begin this journey together to create more biotech startups in Baltimore. Blackbird BioVentures is committed over the coming decade to deploy significant investment into the ecosystem. And with a growing group of venture capital investors, both inside and outside of Baltimore that we're partnered with, we can see bringing multiples of our investment along with that. So really the goal here is to leverage this model to bring significant net new investment to Baltimore and to shine a spotlight on this exciting technology and business ecosystem that you've heard a lot about today. So in the first full year of operation, we've put together what I think is a strong initial portfolio here. And this consists both of projects that are incubating with our university partners, as well as equity investments that we've made in regional startups. And we're really, and one of them, Jeff mentioned 1104 Health, we're also partnered with. And our focus is really on 2 areas: novel therapeutics to address major unmet medical needs, and AI-powered predictive medicine, which, as Christy mentioned, is part of a massive focus with Johns Hopkins and others on the potential for AI to impact biotech, as well as the Tech Hubs initiative, which has been spearheaded by our host today, the Greater Baltimore Committee. So this portfolio represents, over the last year, $20 million new deployed into the ecosystem through Blackbird. And in the first half of next year, we plan to open a physical incubator in Baltimore City to house some of these startups as they start to take shape. Of interest to this audience is the team. So we've recruited about half of the team in Baltimore within the first 3 months of hitting the ground. 3 of us, as I mentioned, relocated from California. The remainder were recruited away from companies based in Boston, which some of you may know is sort of the current mecca for biotech. But we think that that center of gravity may be shifting. In fact, that's a key part of our talent strategy, is the proximity to the greater Boston area and really sort of being a midpoint of the eastern seaboard. We're a 45-minute flight and a 15-minute drive from Boston. an hour south to Research Triangle Park, 6 hours west to California, 6 hours east to Europe. So we really feel that Baltimore is centrally located, at least to the technology hubs that are of greatest importance to us. So I'll close by saying I've been here for a year, I've lived in Baltimore for a year, we love it. I'm starting to see what I know that the backers of Blackbird knew when they recruited us out here. Baltimore has the grit and the charm and really the raw ingredients I think that it takes to support a thriving biotech ecosystem. Innovation, talent, low operating costs, and also proximity to federal agencies, which are really kind of the central nervous system of this innovation funding cycle. And we like to reflect on this idea that Baltimore is kind of at a Goldilocks moment as an emerging technology ecosystem. More mature ecosystems, they become over time very expensive, very competitive, and it's hard to differentiate yourself as a small business. Less developed ecosystems simply lack the ingredients to be successful. So Blackbird, we're very proud to be part of this moment in Baltimore, and we hope that you'll consider joining us. Thank you.